What's new for May 2025? Let's look at the new features added to Exams Assist for the month of May. This short video will give you a quick insight into these, and how to access these features. Creating and sending invigilator notes and broadcasts. The exams officer can now add a daily note for all invigilators to view on their schedule. A note can be added daily, and a different message can be displayed for each day. To add these notes, navigate to the Daily Planner, then the Exams subtab and scroll down to Add Note. Once selected, add a note by entering a title and the note to be displayed. To send a broadcast to all invigilators, navigate to the Daily Planner, then the Exams subtab and scroll down to Send Broadcast to all invigilators. Enter a title, the note to send and the length of time for the notification to be active for. This will appear as a blue notification in the top right-hand corner of the screen. In this example, the exam officer is sending a broadcast to remind invigilators that the candidates must remain in the exam room until 2:30. It is also possible to send a broadcast to an individual room. This is done in the same method, but rather than selecting all rooms, select the required from the list. The broadcast also supports schools which are using the multi-site function in Exams Assist. How to globally pause all exam for fire or lockdown reasons. The exam officer can now pause all rooms with active exams taking place. This could be due to either a fire alarm sounding or the need to go into lockdown. To activate either of these, navigate to the Daily Planner tab and select the Exams subtab. Once selected, scroll down and select either lockdown or fire. The title will be pre-populated with either fire or lockdown, but this can be amended. Also enter the note to display to the invigilators. This message could be to inform them of what they need to do. The fire and lockdown function also supports the schools that are using the multi-site function. Therefore, it is possible to send a fire or lockdown notification to a specific site and not the whole school. When the exams are paused, the invigilator are still able to navigate to the attendance register and view the attendance register. Once the incident is over and the exams can restart, the exam officer will need to edit the incident and deactivate the issue by removing the tick from the active box. Once deactivated, the exams officer can send out a broadcast to all invigilators to say that the exam can now restart. The exam officer is not able to restart all exams globally. This will need to be done room by the invigilators. The exam officer will know when the exams have restarted as the pause button will disappear from each room on the roaming invigilator view. A log of all incidents along with the times will be kept in the table below. Viewing upcoming examinations for a teacher's group. For staff to view upcoming exams for any groups they are responsible for, the staff will need to navigate to their homepage and select the Groups tab. In this example, Mrs. Frigeri is a science teacher. She is assigned to a science class. Once the group is selected, she can then select the Exams tab and then view any upcoming exam those candidates have in date order. If a staff member requires to view any groups but they are not assigned to them, they are able to manually add these in School Workspace. To do this, search the group that you need to view. We will search another Year 11 science class. Once selected, navigate to Actions, then Add to My Groups. Once added, this group will always appear under the staff members' groups. They will then be able to view the upcoming exams for that group too. A great user case for this feature could be when a school has groups of candidates that they are targeting during an exam season. This could be to ensure they attend each exam, or to give them additional support with revision. Schools can now assign these groups to any members of staff within the school, or the staff can assign them to their groups themselves. Once assigned, the staff members will be able to see the candidate's upcoming exam, sorted by date. By monitoring these, staff can send reminder messages to candidates or help them with their revision. Don't forget, it is possible to create groups within School Workspace. There is no need to create these in your MIS. These groups can be created in School Settings, Other Settings, then select Groups. From here you will be able to create and manage user-defined groups. New Access Arrangement Icons. 2 new Access Arrangements icons have been added. To assign these to an arrangement, navigate to the Access Arrangement tab, select Actions, then Access Arrangement Settings. The two new icons added are intended for using with candidates that require to listen to music in an exam and the other for candidates that read aloud for their exam. The roaming invigilator can now cancel either the assistance required or IT support. To help schools to manage the assistance required or IT support, it's now possible for the lead invigilator to clear these requests. When assistance has been requested by an invigilator, the relevant icon will appear on the roaming invigilator's portal and the reason displayed on the Overview tab. Once dealt with, navigate to the Overview tab and select Clear which assistance is required. Once selected, the icon will no longer display against the room. How to view candidate photo on the electronic attendance register. To help with identification of candidates, the ability to view the candidate's photo on the attendance register is now available. To enable this feature, navigate to the Overview tab and select Configure Exams Assist. Once selected, tick the option Show Photos on Invigilator Candidate Lists. Updated Invigilator's speech. The Invigilator's speech has been updated. To add this to the season to be used, navigate to the Overview tab and select Edit Season, then Invigilators. Scroll down to the speech, tick on the May 2025 speech and select Submit. New reports. A few new reports have been added to Exams Assist to help you during the exam season. The first one is Access Arrangements Count per Exam. This report will give a count of each arrangement per exam and not by room. It is possible to generate this report either to display the information using the Access Arrangements icons or just text. This report can be accessed either from the Timetable and Seating tab or the Daily Planner tab. The second is the Word Processor cover sheet. When selected, this will be printed for only candidates with Word Processor or laptop arrangement for an exam. The third is the Invigilator sign-in sheets. From the Invigilators tab, select some invigilators, then selected, print selected invigilator schedules. A new option has been added to the Access Arrangements register. It is now possible to generate these to display the access arrangement icons instead of text. This report can be accessed either from the Timetable and Seating tab or the Daily Planner tab.